So this is Treviso now.
Have some hope. The crows haven't given up.
They won't last much longer if the armor can't go away.
You like meat? You like meat?
So when the Veil Jumpers deal with her relic, who hires you?
Nobody? Who in a forest would hire us?
That's exactly what I was wondering. How do you get your jobs?
We figure out where reality's collapsing and go there.
Banjobantam stopped me on and where he was going.
What gives him the right?
There's the place. Keep your eyes open. We may not be the only ones interested.
He was my cousin!
They've got on.
Attack!
Don't worry, Tyr and Veilguard sent us.
Kill the cocks? Yes, sir! Kill them! Kill the End this! They killed Dareth! They killed my cousin! They're weak on the left! Got them! Please, you have to finish Dareth's contract. It's about the Butcher. My cousin was going to spy on the Butcher. He told me we'd pick up the contract from a dead drop. But then, someone has to finish this for Dareth. Please.
We will take care of it. Go back to the diamond.
I will, just give me a minute.
That note said Dareth should pick up the contract at the usual place across from Tyr and Veilguard. Just follow the marks. The crow who dropped it off left marks for Dareth to follow.
I spotted something on the walls. Earlier, I mean.
Let's go look. That's a crow marker. Real tricky to throw. That's got to be Dareth's trail. Keep an eye out. Another mark this way. Here's another crow mark. Our next crow mark. This is where the marks lead. Dareth's contract must be here somewhere. The Butcher is making poison. Comic.
Comic? That stuff gives you nightmares. Chips at your mind.
If I were the Butcher, it'd be a good way to keep people in line.
We cannot let the butcher unleash this on Treviso.
He won't. Jan Tom brought in a Carmack master to mix the poison. He's at the garrison. We stop him there before this goes any further. Let's go.
So, how do you get paid?
We don't. At least, I've never gotten paid.
You're performing a service, Belara. Veil jumpers should get paid for that.
Well, sure, but who's gonna pay?
Dalish clans, towns and villages around the edge of Arlethin Forest.
Maybe the towns... Dalish don't have much money, generally, but how would it work?
I'll loan you my contract negotiator.
Crows love a good zipline. Take him out, quick!
Good one, Rook!
Knew you could do it, Rook.
Crows fight us for Treviso, that is true. We respect the fight and the prize. I command you to ignore whisperers. I command you to ignore traitors. I command you, but above all else, I command. Obey or be king of the continent. Be on top. Treviso is yours. Obey my example and the cap. Those who do not obey have no rule. They do not exist. Choose to exist.
We're in. Let's find the Karmic Master.
Crows fight the fight and the prize. I command you to ignore
Targets ahead. You cannot forbid the crows! Nicely done, Rook!
Do not command you to ignore whispers. I command you to ignore traitors. I can smell you, an outsider. Time to test my gift. I am will made flat. So much flesh. Finally, but the butcher didn't come for me.
It's done. The Karmic Master's dead.
Thank goodness. Hate those things.
First things first. Let's destroy the rest of the poison. Then we figure out what was going on here. That's the last of the poison, thankfully. Let's look for anything else that explains what's happening. Wait. This note says that wasn't all the Carmack. The Butcher's angry because some went missing.
What? Who stole it?
No idea. But the note does mention the Butcher's inside traitor. The occupation had help. Tyr and Veilguard need to know they were right.
Are you out of your minds? I told you crows to stay out of this!
Out of what? Defending our home?
If we had a stronger civil government instead of a bunch of circus criminals, the Antam wouldn't have a foothold in the first place!
You're responsible for the city?
This is Governor Evenchi. They have concerns.
My concern is how you've endangered the city.
We're defending Antiva.
These protections are in place for the good of everyone. You act without oversight.
We crows are the oversight.
And yet, here we are, awash in Antam. And now, you've angered the Butcher.
We have other enemies too. The gods are involved, corrupting some Antam, making them monsters.
And the Butcher?
You two were right. He had help taking the city. Human traitors.
I didn't want to believe it. Killing the Butcher does nothing if someone could just sell us out again.
I'd start right here. You Talons are known for infighting and betrayal.
I've had about enough. A fellow crow died for this contract.
That's enough. Rook, thank you for finishing that contract. The only reward we have is to ask you for more.
It's my home too.
Evenchi is right about one thing. The Butcher will not like that we're fighting back.
We need to be ready. Rook, I will have every crow tracking this traitor and the gods, and we will send word when we find something.
The stakes are too high. This should be left to proper officials.
go back to filing trade receipts eventually. The Crows rule Antiva.
And Treviso will be free. With or without you, Governor.
Have a look. I keep my stores full. Come back soon.
Manifestation.
Oh, Rook! Good to see you. Irilyn and Strife sent word. Some of the artifacts we have in storage are acting up. They need a hand to make sure they stay calmed and don't rip a hole in reality. Anyways, we can go whenever you're ready.
Rook, Ilario sent word. He's got intel on Zara. He wants to meet up. Fancy a trip to Treviso?
Sounds like fun.
For me?
The market never stops, even during occupation. Almost feels like home.
Come on, Ilario will meet us at Cafe Pietra. It's not that far from here. We have time before he arrives. I wouldn't mind looking around a while. The markets are running. Good. I need to get some things while we're here. Treviso. Barely had time to look around when we returned from the ossuary.
This place, does it feel very different?
In some ways, more than I expected. But then, perhaps it's me. Ah, here.
Let me know if you
A potted plant?
close up.
For Harding's garden. Spearmint is supposed to calm bad dreams. It's good in desserts, too.
So, you and Ilario are cousins?
Yes, but we're more like brothers. Katarina took us both in, a long time ago now.
Every purchase lets Tianix a week's worth of river stock for the latest daily sales. How can I help you today?
Here's the place.
Welcome, Lord.
Pelara mentioned the daily seafood recipe she wants to make.
The demon of Virantium is grocery shopping for the team.
Have you seen what they eat? It's a miracle you didn't all starve before you hired me.
When we met, it didn't seem like Ilario and Katerina were close.
It was hard to be close to her, even for me, and I was her favorite. A good selection. Fresh fruit. Nev only eats fried fish. You'd think a detective would have discovered scurvy by now.
Is that everything on the list?
Yes, and Ilario should be here by now. Let's go before he gets himself in trouble.
The elven way to greet people is Andara.
You can't buy something for everyone but yourself. Here, this is for you.
A wyvern tooth dagger? I loved wyverns as a boy. Katarina would never let me have one of these, though.
Try the Aluvia head.
Cafe Pietra is just ahead.
That's where we're meeting your cousin? Why not the casino?
House Cantori has many talents. Making coffee is not one of them.
Finally. I thought you might leave me here all by my lonesome.
Please. You think I'd ever pass up Cafe Pietra's coffee?
You see, Rook, my cousin is all stomach and no heart.
Don't mind him. Ilario cannot appreciate anything but himself. They serve a specialty roast here, Andoral's breath. Bitter and sweet, like a kiss goodbye. You should try it.
You just described my dream cup of coffee. So, have we done enough 3 crows in a coffee shop chatting about nothing to bore the spies?
Just about. The most persistent one gave up when Lucanes started getting all romantic about the roasts.
It's a very good roast. So, you have something?
The crows I sent after Sarah have picked up her trail. They say she's gone to Virantium.
If she was here in Treviso to kill Katerina, she can't be in Virantium already.
Rook's right. Zara's giving you a false lead, cousin.
You have better information?
We're compromised. There's no other way Zara could even touch Katerina. You need your eyes here, in Antiva.
Zara would never be foolish enough to stay. Not with you out for blood.
Of course she would. If the crows protecting her are here.
Rook, reason with him, would you? He's being paranoid.
I am not paranoid. She came after me. She came after Katerina. She will come for you too.
If it'll make you feel better, I'll clean house, all right? Leave it to me.
He's gone.
Of course he is. Ilario always caves under pressure.
Your cousin only seems to hear about one word in 10.
He's always been this way. He hears what he wants to hear.
So are you glad to be back in Antiva?
It doesn't feel real yet. And it wasn't this full of Antam when I left.
I haven't gotten used to it either.
They say taste and smell awaken our strongest memories. For so long, memories were all I had. But whatever the circumstances, the here and now is a much finer place to be. How's your coffee?
Strong enough to take down a god. Ready to head back to the lighthouse?
Almost.
The dock's been fixed. The caretaker must be regaining control of the crossroads. Are you one spirit who moves around, or different spirits who all look the same?
As needed, Dweller.
Right.
Places between.
That scent. I can't place it.
For a moment, it smelled like Docktown after it rains.
Could be magic from the ancient elves. The Tom? Here? Guardians, and now the Tom. Stay alert. This? It looks like an entryway. Wait, what happened? This doesn't feel like the Fade. More like a dream, or...
Glad you made it here safely. I didn't love our odds without you.
Who, me?
All right, everything's in place. We hit Algernon's island fortress tonight. This is our best chance to free the people he's enslaved. Get in, save as many as you can, and bring them back here to Sanctuary. Be fast and be safe. I'll meet you on the other side. Fen Haral's scouting ahead. For freedom! For the Dread Wolf!
The Dread Wolf is testing his noble rebels against my stronghold. How courageous.
Those memories can hurt you. Take them down. More of Solus's memories. Elgernon sent his guards to attack the Dreadwolf's rebels.
At least it's not the real Elgernon, especially here.
You persist for naught. The people under my rule are not yours to plunder.
More guards.
Glad to see we all made it. Algernon's forces are making things interesting.
You, keep moving no matter what. Free those slaves. We'll take everyone else and give the guards something to think about.
We must be swift. Elgernon is coming.
Solus sounded frightened.
In his position, can't blame him in this case.
get that prison open.
Quickly, get us out of here!
Locked tight, and no sign of a key.
Maybe something in here can open it.
Thank you all.
There's an alluvion nearby. We'll head there right away.
Go. The Dreadwolf must be waiting for you.
Quickly! Elganon approaches.
Stop his guards. We need to buy time for the captives to get to safety.
I will hold off Elganon himself for as long as I am able.
The vermin keep coming. Go. I will deal with that ragged wolf.
One last push.
There will be a reckoning for this Solus, no matter how far you run.
Let the big asshole rant. Everyone we freed is safe in the crossroads.
Without all of you, well, thank you. But can Elganon find us here?
He cannot. I have made sure of...
Solus?
Elganon is a powerful opponent. My apologies. It is of no consequence. What matters, my friends, is that today, all of us are free.
I think that's it. The memory ends here.
Solus always cared about fighting injustice. He used to be a hero. He still thinks he is.
Couldn't last, could it?
His memories seem to condense into that statuette. There must be more to this.
Working. We're finding help. It's not a bad start.
This started with a Where were we?
The Illuvian's working. We're finding help. It's not a bad start.
This started with us failing to finish the last job.
Okay, it's not a bad second start.
Maybe the third will be perfect.